to a lot of information. You can find a lot of information about your own roots and your heritage. If you have a name, like I just discovered Nanticoke, Native Americans, Indians. So I pulled it up on Google. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. But I actually did it. I pulled up something. What about religion?
Because discrimination.
Political. Economical. Economics.
They don't want they want everybody to do what they feel like. A person, if they really feel so hard about a religion, they don't want anybody else doing a different religion. They want everybody to do their religion.
They feel like their way is the right way and that's the only way.
And people don't like that, so they want to fight against that. So
but I mean, you should always fight for what you believe in. Your morals is
always supremacy.
The right way, though.
The right way.
But there's lots of ways to fight.
Yes, that's true.
Yes. What ways can you fight?
Verbally.
Like killing each other is not going to do nothing. How many words are going to have? Because killing each other is not going to do nothing.
And it's going to keep repeating itself over and over.
So you're not going to get an answer.
And so many innocent lives be lost because of the words too. Like innocent people be getting hit too in the words too.
So
most of the civilians are the ones that have the casualties.
While trying to knock out
but if you physically fighting, you physically fight. What physically fighting gonna solve?
Correct.
Nothing. Because they still gonna be going back and forth with each other. At the end of the day, y'all fought, okay. You're not making a definite solution.
They're just making a domino effect.
Y'all just keep going and going.
So how do you stop it?
You can't.
Maybe
you try to write ideology.
You said that so fast.
It's just how people think, and you can't.
In the male dominance, they just want to be dominant.
They need to agree.
You said it too fast.
So I didn't think. Let me think.
You said.
Yeah.
She's too cute.
I need to agree to disagree. Like,
right.
It's hard to move too because everybody.
And even with your daily, there are wars every day that you fight every day with each other.
That's true.
Little wars that you fight. If you can stop this, then maybe you can stop the big one.
It's like you even fighting a war with yourself. Like, so.
If you can love one person, yourself, maybe you can love others. Most people don't love each other today. We don't love ourselves.
Because they don't know.
And my great grandmother always told me, her name is Lula. She always told me, if you don't love yourself, who you are, where you are standing on Mother Earth right this minute, if you don't know who you are, anybody can knock you down.
My mom told me that.
Exactly. That's the
If you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for everything.
When I was growing up, I didn't know my real father. And I felt really helter-skelter, like, someone would say, oh, you're a yellow Chinese, oh, you're this one. It would, and even if I didn't cry, it would get to me in here. Like, why are they saying all these things? The bullying thing. And I learned when I got older, I said, you know what? It's because I don't know who I am.
Okay.
I knew my great-grandma and grandfather, their lineage. I knew my mother, but I didn't know my father's lineage. And I was very different from my family. As you can tell, I'm a little different. I'm an artist, so it's okay.
That explains it. True artists, they have their own style.
We're in our own little world,
But I like that color.
Huh?
I like that color in your dress. That's pretty color.
Thank you. Yeah. What was I saying about standing? I went and found my father, my real father. But what I found my whole family. His mother, my grandma, my great grandma, all my million cousins. They all looked like me, And so once I did that, it was like for the first time I could stand up and say, I know this part of me. I know why I look like this. I know why I feel like this. I know why I have so much mouth, because my father did. He spoke Spanish too. I don't speak Spanish, but you know how the Puerto Ricans, they talk very fast.
No, I say
I have Puerto Rican, so we talk fast sometimes. But living in Maryland, everybody has the southern drawl, which is very slow speaking. I got on my mom's nerves. Always talking. But once I found out who my family was, who I really was, the whole piece of me, I felt like I can topple anything. Nobody can push me over. Nobody can say, oh, you're yellow Chinese. Oh, you're this, you're that, Really?
Right. Okay, right, but I don't care.
Right.
Maybe I read it.
So that's why I'm saying it's important. You don't have to go back and find out every detail of what everybody's name was and all this. But try to find out. Talk to your parents. Talk to your grandparents. Find out, who are you? You're not just Buffalonians. Who are Buffalonians?
Never come back. But
You know, who are the people that lived in this area? Who were you before white people?
change your name and everything.
Okay?
It's a relation.
That's why I'm Linda X. I use Purnell, which is my master's. Purnell had plantations in Maryland. And so all the people there were named either Purnell or Williams. But that's not my name. I don't know my name, my last name, so I say X. And I'm still searching. I'm 64 years old. And I'm still, no, I don't know my heritage last name. My name from Africa. My name from South America. I don't know. Where am I from? I know I'm part Native American and they adopted me. So find out your roots. If you are part Native American, find out about the Native Americans here. Or maybe your mom or whatever moved, wherever she was from, or your dad. Find out about that. Who are they? Who are you?
Well, I have
Who
to
are
search
you?
on my own because it'll
Huh?
I said I'll have to search on my own because
Yeah.
I don't talk about it.
Okay.
My dad's side is Native American.
Okay. Well, I've been talking to mine for some time, and just like 2 weeks ago, I found out that we're manhood. So it takes, people don't always want to talk about stuff, just like the racism thing. We don't always want to talk about it. So what's prejudice? Is that racist?
No.
No, that's the word. That's
Y'all hear that? I don't think I heard it.
Prejudging someone before you know them.
Oh, so nobody pulling their phone up saying, wait a minute, what does Webster say? What, the reason I'm forcing you, and I really would like for you to remember, whenever somebody says something, you go, I don't know, or someone asks you a question like, I don't know.
Say it again. Say it again.
It said a preconceived opinion that is not based on a reason or actual experience.
Did y'all hear that back there?
Preconceived opinion that is not based on
Preconceived.
reasons.
Preconceived.
Oh, events, whatever. On reasons or actual experience.
So what does that mean? Break it down.
They're thinking.
Wait, what's the word?
Prejudice.
I got the
It
word
means
of
what? To me, it just says.
preconceived usually operates in favor of like feelings towards people or a person because of their sex, gender, belief, values, social class, age, disability, religion, sexuality, race, ethnicity, language, nationality, beauty. I feel like it means
It's okay, it's important to say this.
education, like intersectionality. I feel like it means
Okay, I like apples, but I hate peaches.
Have you ever had
Is that racism,
no.
or is it
It's your opinion.
prejudice?
Have you
It's
ever
not
had a
peach.
peach?
That's not have you ever had peach.
Oh yeah.
Is it racism or prejudice?
It's neither.
So I know somebody who doesn't like mushrooms because they're ugly. I don't like the way they look, so I will never eat a mushroom, she says. Is that prejudice?
Discrimination.
That's prejudice. She's never tasted a mushroom, but she doesn't like the way it looks.
Prejudice. Apples and peaches. That's what I call prejudice. Prejudice means I don't like it. I don't like the foot. I do love peaches. I don't like the little fuzz on the peaches. You know, I can't stand that. But I love apples because they're smooth. Or they're red. And I like green apples. That's just prejudice.
We tend to be more prejudiced.
You like big coats. I don't like big coats. But I'm not going to go over there and take your coat and burn it. I'm not going to hang your coat. I'm not going to destroy your
That's
coat.
right.
I'm not going to uneducate your coat.
Prejudice is more of a thought. Racism is.
I'm not going to take it and put it in a trash can and stomp on it. That's racism. Racism means to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Kill a person's thoughts, kill their mind, their sense of who they are. It means to kill.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
That's what I was saying last week.
So
Putting another person.
the other question I think was like, are we
They could
racist?
be prejudiced.
Can black people be racist?
No, they could be prejudiced. Black people cannot be racist.
Any
I want to hear what you're saying. You're important. It's important to me to hear what you're saying. Well, it's kind of quiet. Oh, I forgot about you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who, me? No, I was putting my hand up so they can be quiet. Peace sign. That's all. That's all that means.
Okay, go ahead.
You said the
Ladies, the definition of racism is that I don't want you to exist.
Right.
I just don't like that coat. I don't like the color, and it's not just color.
I'm a burn.
I don't like the color. I don't like nothing about it. So I don't want to put it in the trash can. I want to burn it. I want to hang it. I want to beat it right to the ground so it does not exist. I want it to be extinct. I don't like apples, so I'm going to go out here and I'm going to burn down and cut down every apple tree. That's racist. Prejudice means is, I don't like apples.
I just want to prove a point.
Okay.
Alright, so since white people, of course, they have been racist, even now in the past, when they just try to basically kill every black person in America when they slave traded.
They did.
And there's more professional terms for that, slavery. But I think black people can be racist.
Exactly.
They can because they're human. And you can be prejudiced, like, it's not just white people alone. White people in the past have history of acting out on their racism.
I'll call you
But
back.
black people, I bet they're killing white people every day. So I think everyone has the
It's over.
Potential.
potential to be racist because it's more of a spectrum. Like, people
So,
cannot be racist.
is racism something that is learned? Is racism something that is
Yes.
It is
People are not born
Or
with
people
racism.
just not
People are not
racist?
born with
I think
racism.
racism is like an acquired thing. You see
Okay.
it and you just conform to everyone.
Exactly. Like a language. You know how people talk, like you know how people learn to talk a language if they live in China, then they're gonna learn to speak Chinese.
Right.
That's how racism is.
Okay, Smith.
Oh, I think racism is like a double standard.
It is.
Yeah.
Because it's like racism has been like exploited to us so many times. You know, not to us in here because we weren't around, but like to our ancestors, it's been exploited. So I think like racism is.
So you don't think racism exists?
I mean, not now. I feel like
Don't hurt her.
The Nazis over here killing people.
I ain't care about that.
Okay, this lady.
Y'all can with y'all breath before I can chill
Have you
out.
finished the talk?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I feel like
That was good.
They not killing black
Go
people.
ahead.
I feel like anytime a person can put another person down, it can be racist. But like, what was I saying? It's so many. It's like when black people are like more racist to white people, more attention goes on to that. But like when white people are like racist and do like hateful and unjust things to black people, then it's like brushed under the bus. But black people, like when they do their racist, things, like, you know, it's a rapper named TK. Okay, so he beat up this old white man and stuff like that. Everybody was like,
Just trying to rob them.
yeah, and he was trying to rob him and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, they were like, oh, well, he's just a bad person in general. Like, why would
He beat him up.
he is? But like when it happened with like George Zimmerman and stuff like that, like they just let that go or they brushed that under the bus. But like it is a double standard basically. I was just agreeing with what Kendall said. I'm not gonna go into all that. I talk a lot.
Okay. So the systems that we live under right now, if you're talking about the judicial system, court system,
It's not built for
is it racist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, and it has been for.
Is the educational system
There's more what?
They don't
racist?
change
The
the
educational
law.
system
You
is
see
very
segregation?
Yes, they don't change the law,
Name the majority of people in public school.
and then they're racist forever.
Minorities.
So is
If
it
they was to
racist?
change
Are
it-
they racist or are they prejudiced?
The laws have been the same for how many years?
Are they racist or prejudiced? educational
racist.
system, judicial system, prison system,
Racist.
racist.
Especially the prison system.
Because why are they racist? Why would you call them racist?
I feel like the prison system wants to get many black people out there, this country as they can, like as many, and they put that. How can I explain it?
What does racism mean again?
To action destroy.
Another group of another culture feeling like they're superior, and that they're the only one that's superior, something like that.
I think
The difference between prejudice and racism.
I think differently, because you can't just say, oh, the prison system is racist because they arrest black people. You got black cops working in there and white cops working there, so you trying to say the whole prison system is racist?
You got black people that want to be like
And then you got black people and white people getting arrested, all types of people.
But they arrest more black people. They do. For a fact, because
We're not talking about individuals right now. We're talking about
and they don't want us.
I feel like they train the black
They want us.
right.
I feel like they
They got personal prisons just to put mostly black people in there. And they evict us for crimes that we did not commit.
But we're talking about a system, a whole system that's set up. for racism.
So,
We're not talking about
okay, I do want to say something.
Hold on,
So I do want to say something.
lady.
Ladies, be respectful. Peace and love, queens. Peace and love. So we saw this play the other night called Free Fred Brown. And what happened with Fred Brown, you seen it?
No.
Okay, what happened with Fred Brown, it was freezing. It was a storm, the November storm in some year, whenever. And what happened was their heat was cut off because they couldn't afford to pay their gas. This black family. So the dude, Fred Brown, went out and illegally turned the gas on so that they can have gas in their homes. And what happened is that he got sent to jail for theft of services. Now, when you look at the neighborhoods, we'll say the urban neighborhoods where the people are mostly poor, the homes have the oldest housing stock. They can't afford to pay the gas bill, because when they do get gas in their house, the gas going right out the window.
Right.
So your gas bill is like $400 a month instead of like $75 a month. Against what people in the suburbs may pay. Is that
How y'all know people in the suburbs?
because their houses are newer? Because their houses are houses. Our house right now.
And they do that.
Our house is cold. Yeah, people do pay $70 to $100 a month, as opposed to us living on Newburgh Avenue and paying $350 a month for gas. For gas.
We got train stations.
Is that so? Is that prejudice or is that racism? The way is that system prejudice or racist? Okay.
But you know what they be doing? That's a choice.
It's very much.
So is white privilege everywhere?
White, yes. Yes.
And even in the ghetto, when the white people, they still have privilege?
Yes.
They do have
As long
privilege.
as
I feel like
They have more privilege than you do.
yeah, they have
For many reasons.
So y'all mean to tell me the white people that do the same thing white people do, smoke weed, get high, drunk, die, what bad little kids in around? Yeah, the white people that look just like a black ghetto family would, y'all telling me that they get special treatment?
Okay, hold on. So you have someone who's on drugs, has been out there in the streets,
And y'all still they think they get privilege.
But wait, let Miss Linda say what she say.
and they were homeless. They lived on the street, they were on drugs for many years, and then all of a sudden they found some resources. They have got themselves together. They were white, got themselves together, and now they're in a corporate office.
They'll get hired before.
All he had to do, clean himself up. Clean himself up. That's all he had to do was clean himself up. Haircut, suit, tie, walk, talk appropriately,
They'll get hired before a clean black person.
and he will get hired.
before
have
clean
more.
black person.
His resources are higher because the systems here in the United States are based on racism.
Yep.
United States, that's why You have all
They
these
want to eliminate our
Vanderbilts and
Rothschild.
Yeah, that's often our ancestors' blood.
Yep.
Often their backs bending over.
Yep.
It's often our people, and we didn't get retribution
No.
like the countries that they went in and tore up Vietnam and all the rest of them. When they come here, they give them money. They give them 10,000. That was years ago. They give them more now to come over here and say, "I'm sorry for what I did to your country." But the United States has never said, "We're sorry for what
Exactly.
we did to your ancestors.
But they say
Here's
black-
$10,000."
They don't even
Like-
teach us.
Has
They
anybody
don't
that
even
happened
teach us
yet
what they
seen that
deserve.
yet?
No, that's me.
Okay, so
They
that's
wanna
where
hide
we
their
are.
crime.
We're still under the system.
Exactly.
We're still under
If they offered you what they call reparations, what reparations was called, what was reparations back then? Was that the 40 acres and a mule and
Oh
some?
yeah, I'll take it.
So would you take, if somebody offered you the money now,
Right now.
gave you which would be equivalent to, I forgot what the equivalent of 40 acres and a mule would be now. Some scholar watching us on Facebook put the answer up there
They
because
said it was a lie.
it's a lot of money.
Is it 15 million?
How much was it?
I'm not sure. Somebody can
It
ask.
was-
Somebody Google it. What would
I
be
tell
the
you what, we'd
equivalent?
be rich.
We'd be rich.
Yeah.
So forget the racism thing. I think that a male would be able to get a job before a female would, just because of the dominancy of men and the
Ashe, that's true.
Well, yeah.
There is still- that is still true.
But
That's prejudice.
That's not racism.
But I said,
Because, we have babies and a lot of workers don't want to hire women because you end up getting pregnant. I've had people tell me that. Said, "Oh, well, you're just going to get pregnant. Why should we put you in this program? Or why should we hire
In
you?"
the 20s?
Huh?
Where are you at? Like the 20s? Like, boom. Really?
Where was I at?
Where were
I'm
they at?
64.
Not
So
you, like, where were they at? Where is they talking about? That
On the job.
You're useless because you are fertile.
they didn't say useless.
Okay.
They had said it was a work program supposed to get you to get a job. So they were working in nursing homes and working with disabilities and stuff. And so I signed up for the position. So it was only like 3 positions open. And so he says, he just sits back in his chair and he leans back and he's a black guy too.
Oh.
And he says, "Well, why should I hire you? You're pretty. You'd just be pregnant in a year."
Was he serious?
Dead serious.
He was very
And you
serious.
know what? I got pregnant in a year.
Oh.
So
These things happen, but that shouldn't deter hiring someone,
That's true.
because that's a natural thing that happens to us women. It doesn't happen to men. I mean, what can I say? I can't even name myself. It's something that happens to us, and it's not always planned. Yes.
I feel like kids need to be repeating this so because how serious it's like the black people who be arresting other black people and stuff like that. I feel like that's how the house slaves and stuff were closer to their owners and stuff at the time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how black people used to live in the suburbs, then they moved them to the ghetto and stuff, but you hear on the radio how they be like, "Oh, well, you can move into the suburbs for this much now because, they know that they be having, it be storming over there and stuff like that, and it's more business and opportunities and stuff that they trying to build up in the ghetto."
I heard that too.
It was on the radio.
I don't
He raised his hand. Say it
How can I answer that? What's going on is that they're trying to move, the whites are trying to move back into the city.
Yeah.
Because that's where they're building everything.
That
They're
would
building
be more
all the
opportunity.
hospitals in the city.
Right.
They're building all the businesses in the city.
And
So
then-
what they're doing is they're telling
That's
the white
amazing.
people, "Oh, it's cheaper in the suburbs now. Go to the suburbs."
They be like, "Oh, that's nice. Let's go."
yeah, but the houses are sinking in.
Their houses are sinking, you have all those taxes.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you look at situations like they have the one organization that rides through the neighborhoods on their bicycles. You ever see them?
Yes,
Every
yes.
Monday night, it's like a gang
Oh,
of them
yeah.
riding through the hoods.
And then the
all
lights
through.
they be having their little lights, they be making me mad.
My mom be wanting to do that.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, but the point is they're roll slow roll.
The slow roll, yeah.
But they roll through the neighborhoods and they looking at the properties. They're actually looking to see what's viable. I mean, that's just one of those kind of things that
That's
happen.
why it's so important if you have older relatives and they own their homes in the city, make sure they do not sell their homes.
Do not sell the homes.
Keep those homes.
Or try the best to keep them.
Keep it. Make sure they keep up with all the maintenance on it, because the city will do is they'll send the Department of Health to you and say this and this needs to be fixed. And if it's not fixed by a certain time, we're gonna put your house into foreclosure.
Yeah.
Ooh, they do that here?
They put tickets on your house.
88-year-old great aunt.
Yes.
And
That's the system.
that's the system.
And is that system racist or is it prejudice?
More so,
Which is it? Race or prejudice?
that'll be racist to me.
And she has a prime piece of real estate because she's very close to ECMC, Sisters Hospital, and Canisius College.
That's a prime piece of real
That's a
estate.
prime piece of- you can get all three of those places within a 5 to 10 minute drive.
And then also,
Or
they have
downtown.
No.
like 10-year development plans that a lot of times we don't know about because we don't go to City Hall all the time
Right.
to find out what they're talking about. They have 10 and 20-year development plans where they can come in, if it goes through, because we don't know what it was about, they can take your home and give you whatever they want for it, $3,000, whatever, but they can come and take your land, because in the state of New York, you do not own your land, you own your house.
Thank you.
Other states, you own the land and the house.
So therefore, I'll be taking.
I found that out.
Yeah, that's why we pay property tax.
And so one of the things you guys got to look at, and we have these kind of conversations for a reason. You guys, I said last week, are between 15 and 18 right now in the next 4 years. What's going on with your tongue over there? It's all right? It just jumped out at me like, what's going on? You know? So my point is that, you know, you guys are at the age where pretty soon you're going to have a house. You're going to be living on your own. You know, she just said it. Sister Linda just said it, that some of these things are been in plans for decades now. How many people know Central Park Plaza? Remember Central Park Plaza? What's there right now? Nothing. Nothing is there right. But what are they building? Do you know what they're building in Central Park? They're building a gated community. Which means you kept out. You can't afford to live there. It's going to be called Highland Park now. It's not Central Park. So that's right. And so the thing of it is that what happens is that these are decisions that are made upon your entry into adulthood. When you become women and you're living here in the city of Buffalo, you know, these are things that you're going to have to face. It's not going to be your parents' situation anymore. It's going to be your situation, because you're now going to be a part of the workforce. You're now going to be a part of the tax base. And you're going to have to, these are things that you have to take seriously, even right now while you're still young, because you got to forward think. You got to project your ideas into your future. What is it that you're going to do with your life? You're raising.
So many things you can do. Not one thing. And my experience was, you pick one thing that's your passion. Your passion.
Hello? Yes.
I don't know. What do you like doing other than talking and expressing yourself to me, communicating? You want to be a communicator?
It's 6 o'clock.
Okay, that's communication. You have to be able to communicate and know people very well to be a lawyer. Also the technical skills. Okay, with you? I'm sorry, can you say your names? Because I don't know your names, you know.
Sierra.
Sierra.
And I haven't found my passion yet. Like, I don't know my passion yet. I know what I want to be.
What do you want to be?
I want to be a lawyer, and I want my voice to get heard because I like letting people like know how I feel. But I don't know my passion.
Great debater.
Yes.
That's good. That's it. Okay, lady, what's your name?
Nigel.
Mitchell? Come on, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. Yes. Sorry, baby. What your name was?
Denasia.
Okay, Angel.
Denasia.
Denasia. When you say queen, come on. When you say your name, you ask me what my name is.
I'm going to clean up real quick so we can go.
I don't know. Did you hear me? No. My name is Linda. Okay. What's your name?
My name is Denasia.
There you go. Okay, what's your passion?
I like to do hair.
Oh.
Great baby, you want to do it.
Okay, next.
My name Raven.
All right, Raven, I heard that.
I love doing hair too. It's better than her.
Okay, we know what she likes doing.
Giggly, yeah.
Okay, Miss, my name is Queen.
Oh, me? My name is Maya. And we're out of costume.
Yeah.
I didn't want the line singing. Say singing. Singing.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
Get that
Another
thing
Aretha Franklin in here. Okay, next. Thank you.
My name is Kimberly.
Kimberly. Oh, that's very cool. I like that. Okay, next.
Me, I'm gonna be
My name is Kayon, and my passion is surgery. I never did it. That's my life.
You want to be a doctor or surgeon?
Yes.
Really? Do you know what that takes, entails?
I'm gonna be 32 when I graduate college.
Okay. What are you gonna? What's your passion?
To be a surgeon also.
Yeah, surgeon.
I want to be a cardiac surgeon.
Yeah, I want to be a
up.
surgical technologist.
You're gonna be a what?
A surgical technologist, you know, I work with the surgeons. Yeah.
I know you.
Wow.
I think I know you.
We're talking about passion, like things something you like to do, that you might like to do the rest of your life. Whether it's income or not, what's your passion, what you like doing. It could be talking to people, it could be babysitting, it could be children, helping other people. Okay. Okay, do you sing sometimes? Do you listen to music? Act out when you pretend you're on stage and you're a superstar? No. Well, art is my passion. Art is my passion, and it's also the way that I teach and I share myself with others. So on your desk you have a sheet of paper with a circle on it, I hope. Right? Everybody have one? Do you have one? Does she have one?
We're gonna have to finish it for next time.
Okay.
'Cause
So
it's
they
6
can
o'clock.
take this home.
Okay.
I just want to tell you what to do. Okay. But I really enjoyed talking with all of y'all, and thank you for letting me come. But, so if I come again, you'll bring these pages, I hope, and you can give them to the sister. And what it is, the circle is called the Rites of Passage Healing Circle. And I did one for myself. This is mine. This is what I thought of. But what I want you to do is to draw what you feel. Now, on these you can put on your eye. I just put I. You can say I feel, I think, I love, I dream, I want, I wish, I am. You can tell me who you are. And then if you say I am a queen, then I want to see a picture of that pretty queen on there with you. So the picture can have anything you want on it, but it should reflect something about what you said here. Like, who are you? I am what? I can love. I can give. I am caring.
I can make people laugh.
Yeah, I can. Okay? They're called positive affirmations. What can you do? So if you could do those, just have fun with them. And I'd love to see and you to share with me later, like what you did. Okay? Thank you, ladies.
Thanks, Mr.
Thank you.